I literally have so many things in my lap right now. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. The other week I posted a question, I guess, of what content you guys would like to see like coming up or in the next couple weeks, and a lot of you guys said that you wanted like a Kindle tour or like a Kindle book video of some sort. So like I am coming to you today with a Kindle tour, Kindle Unlimited Book Recs, my Kindle library video. I did more recently get a Kindle. I think I got this one maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. I got mine off of Facebook Marketplace, but I know Amazon has been doing quite a few sales on Kindles lately. So first, I'm just gonna show you my Kindle and all of my like accessories and stuff that I have on it. And then I'm going to go into my Kindle library, all the books that I have on mine. And then I'm going to go into like Kindle Unlimited Book Recs, just so we have an idea of how this video is gonna go. But yeah, like I said, I got my Kindle off of Facebook Marketplace, I think for like $60. They're mowing my lawn outside my apartment and my windows are paper thin. He's not even mowing, he's literally just leaving the lawnmower on right outside my window. Okay, anyway, so my Kindle, I believe, is the 10th generation version, and I do have a case and a decal under my case, and then I have my little like grippy thing. So the decal is on the front and the back, and the way that I did this is if you go onto this website called Decal Girl, you can either make your own or upload designs and then just choose your Kindle, and then you can check out and it'll just ship your actual like Kindle decal to your door. There's a couple ways that you can do this. You can either go through Canva and just like make your own design and then just upload your design from there, or you can go onto Etsy and look up like Kindle decal designs. I really like the Lit Homebody Etsy shop, which has a lot of really fun Kindle designs. So you can buy the designs and then upload those and then like check out that way as well. So that is my decal and how I get like the design on like both sides. And then I just actually have a clear case on my Kindle that I got from Amazon. I will probably link everything down below if I can find everything. But yeah, I just have a clear case, and then I got these grippy things from Amazon as well. It came with like a pack of 10 in a bunch of different colors. So I also have one on my phone. So these come in handy a lot. I think they're like $10 or $12 for a pack. But then I also just have this fun little sticker that I got for my work. I thought that was so fun. So yeah, this is just the way that it looks. And then now going into my actual Kindle library, it's hard for me to look at all of my books like on my actual Kindle because the way that it's laid out is like black and white, and there's only like 6 books like per page and you have to like scroll. So I just like to go on my iPad because I have my Kindle app on my iPad as well. And then from there, I can just go to my library and see like all of the books that I have. So I'm probably just going to put up like pictures of screenshots of all of my books because it's too hard to like go through them and explain. But on my Kindle, I have The 22 Murders of Madison May, Divine Rivals, A Curious Beginning, The Prison Healer, Act Your Age, Eve Brown, A Court of Mist and Fury, The Last Word, The Kind Worth Killing, Gallant, Foul Lady Fortune, The Night Circus, What Lies in the Woods, The Stolen Heir, Belladonna, Renegades, Half a Soul, Red Rising, Wistress, The Villa, Kings of the Wild, Ward D, Rules for Visiting, When in Rome, Agatha Arch is Afraid of Everything, Undistracted, The Bandit Queens, Fourth Wing, Birthday Girl, Pretty Things, The Last Party, How to Do the Work, Fable, The Starless Sea, The Ballad of Never After, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, Flower Heart, A River Enchanted, Annihilation. I don't actually have The Night She Disappeared. I rented that from my library and it was supposed to disappear by now, so I don't know what's going on there, but I don't actually have that one. Jesus? I don't really know. The God Who Knows Your Name, I think that's what it's called. All the Dangerous Things, How to Kill Men and Get Away with It, Hooked, Court, The Stardust Thief, The Surgeon, The Modern Herbal Dispensatory, World of Wonders, Finding the Mother Tree, Song of Silver Flames Like Night, Things We Do in the Dark, Keeper of Enchanted Rooms, Uprooted, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, Skin of the Sea, A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, The Hobbit, Queen of Madness, Curiouser and Curiouser, We Were Liars, The Sorority Murder, Cartographers, The Dance of Thieves duology, Cinder, The Inmate, and Hollow Kingdom. Wow, that took a minute. I would say the books on my Kindle that I'm most excited for are Divine Rivals, maybe The Sorority Murder, because that one just sounds like a really fun fall read. And I am really excited for The 22 Murders of Madison May because I heard that it's very genre bending in a way that it kind of is like sci-fi and mystery thriller. I don't know, I'm really excited for it. But yeah, so that's all the books that I have on my Kindle library. So there's a couple ways to get books like on your Kindle. The first one is to actually get Kindle Unlimited. Now you don't actually have to get Kindle Unlimited. If you buy a Kindle, you have the choice of getting Kindle Unlimited or not. But I highly suggest doing so because there is quite a few books on there that are popular, that are really good, that I recommend. So you can do that. Another good free way of getting books onto your Kindle is actually through like your Libby app. And if you have a local library card and it works with Libby, you might have to ask your library if it works with it or not. But Libby is an app that goes through your like local library, and if you just connect your library card, you can actually rent audiobooks and ebooks from there. And if you rent an ebook, you can send it to your Kindle to read on your Kindle. So you won't have it forever on your Kindle, but you will be able to just like rent it and read it as you would like a normal library book. So that's another way. And then you can just buy ebooks on Amazon. If you just go to the Amazon Kindle store, then you can look up any book that you want and then just buy it that way. I don't like to do this unless it's a book that I really, really want and I just don't want to get like the hardback version or something. Like, I don't know why I would like need the Amazon version, but the ones that I bought in at like full Kindle book price are mostly ones that are only out in hardback right now, and I just didn't want to buy the hardback because the Kindle version is usually a lot cheaper anyway. And then the last little tip that I have for getting books on your Kindle is they actually have daily Kindle book deals, and a girl to follow on Instagram that actually posts these daily is, I think it's What Kelsey's Reading. Yeah, What Kelsey's Reading. So she posts on her Instagram stories every day the Kindle book deals for that day, and most of them range from like 99 cents to like $3.99. That's kind of the range they normally sit at, so that is extremely helpful. So now that I've gone through my library and like how to get books on your Kindle, now I want to kind of talk about some Kindle Unlimited book recommendations. Some of these are either ones that I've already read or ones that I'm really excited to read. So the first one I have is the Dance of Thieves duology. I'm so glad that these are on Kindle Unlimited. I have the physical books anyway, but sometimes I like to go from the physical book to the e-book version because I just feel like sometimes I read faster on my Kindle. But this one is a young adult fantasy enemies to lovers. And then the next recommendation I have is all of Frida McFadden's books are on Kindle Unlimited. So The Housemaid duology, her new release, Ward D, The Inmate, Never Lie, all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, and I recommend every single one. I think they're so much fun. I love all of her books. I think that she is such a brilliant thriller author, and every single book that I read from her, except for The Locked Door. I didn't love that one, but all the other ones I've read by her, I have absolutely loved. They're very, very fast paced and they're very easy to read. I feel like they're not super hard to digest like some other thrillers might be. The next one I have is Every Last Secret. I actually read this last year and I believe I give it 4 stars. This is another adult thriller. This one I would say is more of a mystery than a thriller though. It definitely has like thrilling elements, but it's more of a like mind game mystery. And then I have the Crave series. I only have read books 1, 2, and 3 because I have a love-hate relationship with the series because I absolutely loved the first 3 books, and then I'm like halfway through the 4th book. As I was reading the 4th book, I got very annoyed and impatient because I just feel like these books are a lot longer than they need to be. Like, I don't feel like each book needs to be over 600 pages long when it's like a 6-book series. I don't know. So that's just kind of my 2 cents. If you don't mind like really long books, then I would definitely recommend that series. Next recommendation is If We Were Villains. I read this one last year. I think I gave it like a 3.75. This was one of my unpopular opinions from last year because I enjoyed this book, but I didn't see the hype that it got. It's a really good like dark academia fall book, but I think my expectations were just too high like going into it. And it's supposed to be like a mystery thriller, but it's honestly just not very thrilling. And it's a good like mystery because you're just kind of wondering the whole time like what's going on and why this person was a certain way and like what happened to this person. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of questions that you have while you're reading this book. But to me, I feel like it was just more the vibes is what was like so popular about it, because it's very like Shakespearean and it follows like a bunch of drama students and it's very vibey, but the story just lacked for me. But I still like it and I would still like recommend it, especially in the fall. Next is The Grace Year. This is one that I have not read yet, but I really, really want to get to soon. Haley Pham just read this and she rated it pretty highly. I can't remember exactly what she rated it, but I remember it was a higher rating. This one is a YA dystopian about women who on their 16th year have to like go into the woods to like release their like magic, because people think women just have all these weird powers and stuff. I don't know, it's a very weird premise, but it sounds very intriguing, and I heard it's also kind of scary at times. Next, I have the Daughter of the Pirate King duology. I recently read Daughter of the Pirate King, loved it, gave it 4 stars, I think, and I am actually about to start the second one, which is Daughter of the Siren Queen, but both of them are on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm very, very excited for the second one because I did really enjoy the first one. This duology, it's pirates, and it's adventurous, and it's a little subplot of romance, so it's everything that I love in like a summary book. The next recommendation that I have is the Cinder series. I personally have not read this one through, but I've heard nothing but amazing things, and this one is on my TBR. I've been wanting to read this series for a very long time, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. Which some people say like you can't recommend a book if you haven't read it, but I say that's not true, because if you've heard like nothing but good things about a certain book and like you want to read that book and you know what the book is kind of following, I feel like you could still recommend it to people who like that type of stuff. Next, I have A Ship of Bones and Teeth. This one is another kind of like mermaid ocean summary book. I think it's an adult like fantasy romance type of thing. I am so excited for this one because I've just been in a really weird like ocean mermaid siren pirate mood. So this one is probably going to be on like next month's TBR. Next I have Kiss of the Selkie. This is another one. It's like a fantasy romance type with like mermaid sirens ocean stuff. So if that's your vibe, then you would really like these recommendations. And then next I have On a Quiet Street. This one is an adult thriller. I honestly don't really remember what it's about, but I bought this book for my mom for Mother's Day, I think, and she absolutely loved it, and she said it was really good. So I'm excited to read it. It's on my TBR. But yeah, the next one I have is Heartless. This one I did read this year. It's a villain origin story of the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland. This one, I think I gave it a 4-star or maybe a 3.75. I can't remember. I really enjoyed like the vibes of this book. It was really fun. It was very interesting to see kind of like where the evil queen started being evil and like kind of the backstory on that. It's sad because the whole time you're like rooting for her, but you know that the story is not gonna end good because it's a villain origin story. So I had conflicting feelings about this because the whole time like I wanted things to work out for her, but I knew they weren't going to because it's a villain origin story. So I don't know, I think that's why I rated it a little bit lower, because I wanted things to go a different way even though I knew they weren't going to. The next recommendations I have is Divine Rivals. This one is kind of blowing up right now, honestly. It's, I want to say, an adult fantasy about these two like writing rivals, but they end up like writing letters to each other without knowing that they're to each other. I honestly don't really know exactly what this is about, but it sounds very magical and whimsical and kind of heartbreaking, but also kind of amazing at the same time. The next one I have is The Kind Worth Killing. This one is an adult thriller where these like two people meet at an airport like just by chance, and they both kind of like are talking and getting to know each other, and then they joke about like wanting to kill their like significant others, and then they're like, well, let's do it, like I'll help you, and then they end up like killing each other's significant others. I think, I don't really know 100%, but that's roughly what the story follows. Again, I've heard nothing but good things So I'm very excited for this one. The next recommendation I have is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I believe this is a duology, and I want to say that it's adult fantasy about this whole like vampire kingdom. That's kind of all I know about it, but I think there's some subplot of romance, and I've heard nothing but good things. And then the last one I have on here, there's a lot more Kindle Unlimited book recommendations, but these are just like the ones off the top of my head that I have been wanting to read and that are on like my radar. And the next one and the last one that I have is the Never After series. These are like fantasy romance like retellings. I believe there's, I want to say 4 books in this series. So like Hooked is by this author, and I think Wretched is the newest one. I don't know, but I love fantasy retell, or I love, what is that called? Fairy tale. Fairy tale? Is that what it's called? Fairy tale retellings? I think so. Anyway, but I love retellings and I think they're so much fun. But anyway, yeah guys, that is my Kindle tour, Kindle library, and Kindle Unlimited book recommendations. If there's any other like really good Kindle Unlimited book recommendations that you have, please leave them down below so I can go check them out. I will honestly say I never thought that I would be a Kindle person. I didn't like the idea of reading on a device. Like I was fully against it for a very long time. But then I realized that like sometimes reading in bed, or if I wanted to read in the bath, or just traveling in general, it was really hard to like bring books with me. So it was nice to have something where like all of my books were on here at the touch of a button, or touch of a screen, I guess I would say. And ever since I've got it, I have actually loved it. And I do read a lot faster because you can adjust the like settings, like how big you have the font, the brightness. There's no blue light at all. Like the screen when it's off is white, and then I'll power it on really quick. When you turn it on, like the black is just like the words. So there's no actual like blue light, there's no screen. Like this is literally just like what it looks like. This is how I have mine. I think my font is my font's at a 6. So I know a lot of people like to have their font really big, but I still like to have mine roughly the same as like what a book would be, but a little bit bigger. So not like a whole lot bigger, but just a little bit. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. Like I said, I will try to link all of my things below, whatever I can find. And I will also link the like decals, and I don't know if I can link my sticker. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I hope you found this video helpful and you found some new reads to maybe add to your TBR. I hope everybody has a really good and awesome day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah!